In this video, I'm going to go over adding and subtracting radicals. So we're going to add or subtract the following, and most importantly, we want to make sure our answers are simplified. So our first problem here, we have 8 in the cubed root of 5 plus 2 in the cubed root of 5, and we're adding these together. Now, with these, a lot of people immediately notice that we have a cubed root of 5 and a cubed root of 5. So each of them have a cubed root of 5. Now what this does is it makes each of these like terms. Just like how we have, say 2x plus 7x, we can add those together and take the coefficients 2 plus 7 and say, well, this is 9x. Same ideas are applying here, except instead of x, we have cubed root of 5 and cubed root of 5. So since those are the same, it allows us to add these together. So all we have to do is say, well, what is 8 plus 2? And that is 10 cubed root of 5. And guess what? That's it. You would look to see if you could simplify this. Cubed root of 5, you can't really do anything with that. That's as simplified as it gets. So that would be our answer for the first problem. So that, even though it seems super easy, sets us up for the second problem here. So I have 3 the cubed root of 7 minus minus the cubed root of 56. So what you should notice is I have the cubed root of 7 and the cubed root of 56. These are not the same, so I can't just add and subtract here. But hopefully one thing you do notice is this cubed root of 56. What I would try and do is let's try and simplify that and see where it takes us. So I'm going to do that off to the side. I'm going to simplify the cubed root of 56. Now, if you're not good at simplifying radicals, there's a previous video on that. You definitely need to watch that. It's a skill that you just need to be very, very good at to be able to go further in this chapter. So the cubed root of 56, if you're using your table of powers, you could break it down into the cubed root of 8 times the cubed root of 7. Well, the cubed root of 8 is just 2, and cubed root of 7, that's as far as we can go. So our simplified answer there is 2 in the cubed root of 7. So when you take this, let's substitute it back in. So I have 3 the cubed root of 7 minus, and now instead of writing the cubed root of 56, I'm going to plug in 2 the cubed root of 7. Now, a little bit interesting thing that happened there is when we simplified, what happened was we went from 2 cubed roots that were different to 2 cubed roots that are the same. So now we have a same scenario as the one up above. Same roots allows us to add the leading coefficients. We have the same roots, so we can add or subtract the leading coefficients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the front leading coefficient 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And then we keep our roots the same. So 1 cubed root of 7. And that would be your answer, and that is adding and subtracting radicals.